Now we read your stories. Check, 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 and you don't stop. All right, here we go. It's been forever. So, welcome back. You don't know nothing about this song. You're too young.
Am I too old or am I too young?
You both.
Because if I say I'm young, you say I'm old.
Right.
I say I'm old, you say I'm young. So it's a little confusing. You don't know the words.
So you know what this show was about? I'll tell you about it when the show starts. Here we go.
To make it real quick and simple. So I got to YouTube and some stuff, and I came across, I believe it's called Chicken and Rice.
Hey, yo! Thanks for sharing part of your day with us. This is the Chicken and Rice Podcast. I'm Dodge P, and I'm here with my best friend, my confidant, my right-hand woman, the most beautiful girl in the world inside and out, my wife. Say hello, baby!
Well, hello, beautiful people, and welcome. I'm Ray, and I'm so excited to share our journey and everything in between with you guys. The best part about it, I get to do it with my husband and my very best friend. I really couldn't ask for anything better than that. I love you, babe. You the Now let's do this.
You Chicken and Rice Podcast, episode 29. It's still 2020. The last time we had a podcast, I think it was March 63rd or something like that.
Something like that.
It's crazy.
It's been about a month and a half.
Yeah,
or so since we did the last pod. So.
Right. Just been chilling. I've been chilling and getting fat, so I don't know. Like every day is like I have a contest with myself to see how much more food I can stick in my mouth than the day before. So I can't wait till this shit is over. I want to run, but then today I just hurt my groin, I think. I don't know. So I've been doing some wild shit.
You're grown.
I'm grown.
You're grown.
Yeah, I've been hurt. I hurt my groin.
You pulled your groin.
I have no idea what I did, but I know that shit hurts every little step I take.
I think you pulled your groin. You did a lot of climbing up and down the ladder today, and we did a little project in the back on the patio.
Right.
So probably climbing on that little roof area, and stuff like that. You probably pulled your groin.
I pulled something. Listen, I want to thank everybody for listening. I know we were away for a while. If you left us, come back. But if you left, how would you know we're back? I don't know. Thanks for listening. Follow us on IG and Twitter at Chicken and Rice Pod. And I say this every time, we don't really tweet that much. So if you're interested in hearing us discuss anything, you can send an email to chickenandricepod@gmail.com or contact us directly on the IG page. And I'm bad because I haven't been on the IG page for the whole time that we've been away. So I'm not even sure like if the joint is still active. It's crazy. I think we took the wrong time. We went on hiatus at the wrong time because right now everybody is, in front of their phones and TikToking and bebopping and hip hopping and doing all that other shit. But it is what it is. I don't care. I'm not putting on the show for any. Like I'm not putting on one of those shows.
Right.
So it's okay. We're here. Who knows? The next one might be in another 2 months or 6 weeks or 8 weeks. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll try to keep it a little more consistent again. We did do it every week.
Yeah.
For a good.
That's when we had lives and shit.
Now that we have all the time in the world.
We like, you want to do it today? No.
Nah.
We'll do it tomorrow.
We'll do it on the weekend.
Nah.
Yeah, it's the laziness is.
It's really setting in.
It's setting in. I mean, I still keep busy and do things, but we just haven't been in the mood to really do this. And we do enjoy doing it. It's just, I don't know. I feel like the only thing subject-wise that we're going to end up talking about is this damn COVID. So
or food or getting fat.
Something like that,
Fake exercising from home.
Or whatever. So, yeah.
The bad part is that my schedule's still the same. Like I still wake up super early and then I'm just up doing nothing. And then I come to work from home for another 8 hours. So I'm literally like, I feel like I'm almost like in solitary confinement for most of the day.
My schedule has changed.
Yeah.
My schedule has definitely changed. I'm sorry to cut you off, babe.
It's all right.
But, I work at night. Mm-hmm. So usually it's like a 3-hour going to bed for 3 hours,
right,
getting up for a few hours, taking a nap for an hour and a half, going to work, and then sleeping another 3 hours. So I really didn't get a lot of sleep
right,
while I was working.
Right.
The only main difference is I don't really nap in the afternoon anymore. So I just get a full solid 7 hours at night and then, do whatever I got to do during the day.
Yeah, I'm still in bed by 9 and still up by like 4:30. I just that's my cycle now.
Right.
Like that's my life cycle is 9 to 4:30, and then it is what it is, even on the weekends.
Yeah, I'm like 11:30, 12 to like 7:30, something like that.
Yeah, I don't even know what time you come up and get into bed.
Yeah, I can't go to bed early, super early. It's then I'll be up by 4 a.m, and I don't want to be up by 4 a.m.
Yeah.
So, but yep.
I know one thing I'm ready for, even though I'm not really ready for it, and that is for restaurants to open back up. Because I'm tired of eating this shitty takeout food that they passing for the normal shit that they serve. We
cut down a lot though. We're down to like ordering once a week.
Right. But I think that's because everything has been disappointing.
It has been. It's not the same. We talked about this before. It definitely doesn't taste the same when you bring it home a lot from a lot of places.
Right.
And I don't know. It's just different. It's very different. So I'm definitely ready for that. When things do start opening up again, we're gonna give it a little bit of time anyway. In PA, they're starting to let up on a few things.
Right.
But who knows? Who knows how much longer this is gonna take? I don't think it's ever gonna be the same. It's gonna be a little bit different, even after all this blows over.
Yeah, I think so. Speaking of going out, I had a friend that lives in Texas who last week told me, me and my wife went out to a restaurant. And I was like, for what? Oh, well, we were the only ones in there. I'm like, but you didn't answer the question. I was like, bro, you couldn't wait like 30 more days before you went and sat at a restaurant. What is the difference? You know what I mean? If you carried it out or you ate there. And it wasn't even like it was a great restaurant. It was just like a Fridays type joint. And I was just like, I would have just ordered out. I mean, it can't be that important that you had to go sit in the restaurant. But, I'm not in Texas, so some places act like this shit ain't even going on. But I heard last week they said we might not even go back to work until, what holiday is now?
Memorial Day.
They said we might not go back to work until Labor Day, like back into the office.
I won't be surprised. And in my line of work, it's, I work in a bar, club, restaurant type place. So that'll be the last thing to open up. They are not essential. What we do is not essential, okay?
Oh, it's essential to some people.
To some people, I guess they're probably dying right now.
Of course.
But, it's going to be like the last thing to open up.
Yeah.
So, what's crazy? I really don't watch the news, but once in a blue, when it's late at night,
right?
And I'll flip through the 5 channels that I watch or whatever, and then I'll see that the news is on for like a half an hour. So,
right,
I'll flip it on, and I saw this thing that people must really be itching to go clubbing because
why?
They had this club on I would say online, but whatever, via the web, and to try to make it really feel like a club, they had a dress code.
Get the fuck out of here.
You had to pay.
Fuck out of here.
Cover.
Nah.
And they had like a DJ and stuff, and it'll just be people, I guess, looking at each other dancing and chilling at a club.
Now they charging for Zoom meetings? Yo.
They were charging for it, and you know what? People were really going for it, and just to get dressed up and do something, I guess, if people were to see you or whatever. But I'm just like, that's so weird. Like, is it that serious that you have to pay to dance in your own living room, or have a drink at your own kitchen in your own kitchen? I don't know. That's
I'm not doing that.
It's a little bit much.
I hate even doing like the Zoom meetings like for work. You ain't gonna get me to be like, oh yeah, I'm having a great time, guys. Do the WAP.
I haven't done any Zoom meetings yet. I had one. My girlfriend kind of forced me to download the House Party app. Right. And this was a couple weeks ago. We did a little cocktail thing.
Right.
It was 4 of us.
Y'all sounded like y'all was having fun.
We did. At first, I was just like, oh man,
right.
What is this crazy shit? You know, I'm really like just anti and weird about a lot of technology and stuff like that. So I don't even like to FaceTime.
Right.
So it was just like, okay, but it was 4 of us and we had a drink. We talked a little bit, see how everybody was doing. And then we played a couple games.
Right.
And we had to like act some stuff out and guess it. It actually was really fun, but we did it once.
Right.
And that was it. So
yeah, I'm like, none of my guys is like, yo, let's just link up and have a Zoom hangout. Fuck out of here. Like, no. So, and I got one friend who always FaceTime. Well, 2 actually. Two, and I'm just like, man, they want to FaceTime. And FaceTime just feels weird to me. Like, it's just weird to me. It feels strange. You know what I mean? Even though I guess it simulates you being right, you know, next to the person or with the person. But for me, it's just strange. Like, it's strange for me to, yeah, dude, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah.
You know what's funny? Before FaceTime was like really a thing.
Right.
Everybody's, oh, that'd be so cool if you could, when Skype and all that first started, which I actually never Skyped in my life. But when all that went on and it started, it's just, oh, it'd be so cool if you have a phone where you can like look at each other and see what you guys are doing and wearing and this and that and talk to each other. Then it's just like, once it was there, it was like, no, just call me, text me.
Right. Yeah.
I see you when I see you. You know, it's kind of it's a little bit weird. I mean, I do it here and there with my sister and my nephew and stuff like that because I haven't seen him in a while.
Right.
But yeah, I'd rather just either see you in person or we can just like
it's crazy
link up another time or something like that. So.
I'll talk on the phone, but I really don't even like talking on the phone. So I'd rather have a text conversation than on the phone conversation. So.
It depends. If it's too much to talk about, I'm not texting all that. You better
Siri
call me or I'll call
you.
I'm not doing all that.
So it's just like, yo, it's what was I gonna say? Yeah, I don't even have voicemail on my phone. So yeah, I'm really like hard to get in contact with if I don't want to get in touch with if I don't want to communicate with you, like I'm very hard to get in touch with.
You know, yes, you are. And you know what this reminded me of? And I bet you don't even remember this.
What?
Oh my God, this is when we first started dating.
Okay.
And one of your things was, I do not answer the phone if I do not know the phone number.
Right.
I mean, this is like the first couple months that we were dating. So this is 12 years ago.
Right.
And I went somewhere.
Oh yeah. I remember this.
Do you remember this? I went somewhere and
then you was mad at me.
I had to get I had to drop something off to somebody.
Right.
And I think it was around like Hunting Park area or something like that. I don't remember exactly. It was so long ago. And this person, I got the stuff out that I had to give him.
Right.
And then I left my back door open and my front door open because I had to get the stuff out or whatever.
Right.
And for some reason, I have like this thing where I automatically lock my door as soon as it opens. But I had my phone, I had my keys,
right.
I had everything in my car. And for some reason, he decides to swing my door closed. So I didn't have my phone. Right. My keys are in the car. Right. Everything's locked. I'm like, you got to be shitting me. Like, I was like, yo, my door was locked. He's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Here, you can use my phone. Right. So I proceed to call you because you were closest to me. At this point, I was still living in King of Prussia. Right. So I call and I call and I call and I call. And I think I was stuck or locked there and I went to his basement, I guess, for hours. Hours. And I called and I called. I must have called you 100 times.
Sorry, babe.
And I was so pissed off that when I finally got I think they called somebody to like open my door or whatever.
Right. It was like AAA or some shit like that.
Something like that. I don't know. It was hours later. I was so tight. I went over to your house and I just like freaked out at you. Like, why didn't you answer the goddamn phone? I told you if I don't know. But this is what I was thinking in my mind.
Okay.
Maybe something happened and it was an emergency. This is somebody that's calling you 100 times. Why would you not answer the phone to at least see who it is? Because now you do answer the phone when it's a number you don't know.
Well, look at what happened when I didn't. I get cussed out for not answering the phone.
Right.
So
as you should.
And now every phone that I don't every number I don't recognize, they trying to tell me that my fucking car warranty is about to expire. So you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but they're not calling you 100 times.
So let me ask you this, because I remember that very well. Mm-hmm. How come nobody just didn't text me? Was texting not big back then or what?
What do you mean, how did nobody not text you?
So why didn't, like, instead of calling, why didn't, like...
I used dude's house phone. This is 12 years ago.
House phone. See, okay. Yeah. See, yeah. Yeah.
That's all I could think of.
So he didn't have a cell phone, I guess.
Maybe not, because I didn't even know him. I had to drop something off or something. I don't even remember what it was that I had to drop off, but I dropped it off. And obviously, if you had a cell phone, I could have texted you.
Right.
But maybe he didn't or whatever have you. But I had to use his house phone. Yeah, so that's what I called from.
Yeah. And it's even to this day, like people call and I was doing some business last week and a person called me and they were like, they called me, they got to the point where the voicemail picked up, but I don't have my voicemail activated. So they sent me an email. Boom, I got the email, I responded right back. I tried to leave a voicemail, but it says it's not working. And I'm like, yeah, that's by design. Because I feel like if we're going to communicate in that moment. Like, I don't want you to put the onus on me to check a voicemail and then call you back because of the voicemail. So I think everybody who is really close with me knows that I don't have voicemail. And I think it makes my life a whole lot easier it makes my life easier not to have voicemail. Email is enough already, and even text messages. I even have I got some messages in my Instagram that I haven't opened that are 2 months old. So I'm just the worst with retrieving messages.
You are the worst.
I am the worst. And I'll look at it and I'll see the number right there by the arrow thing, like, you got okay, whatever. So I don't give a shit, but shit.
Oh man.
Yeah, I can't wait to get back to some type of normalcy. But yeah, I remember that shit and I was like, oh, okay.
I had mixed emotions
about
what's going on right now.
Okay.
And, going back to normal, because when I was back to normal, I didn't have time. I feel like just because of my weird schedule,
right?
That my time was just it was funky. It was just like, all right, well, I got a little bit of time between this time, then got a little bit of time between this time before I got to do this and get ready and do that and go. And so I do enjoy it, but I do need to do something. I wish it was something that I enjoyed. Not that I don't like my job. I do like it most of the time.
Right.
But the hours were a little bit tough. So I do kind of just enjoy this. But yes, I do need some of, some excitement. Something. Some normalcy. Listen. But if I didn't ever go back to completely like what it used to be, I guess I would be okay with that too. But yeah, I don't know.
Just imagine if we were stuck in this situation and we didn't like really like each other.
Oh, that'd be a problem.
Like we were just like,
that'll be a big.
We was faking it.
Big problem.
You know what I'm saying?
So our biggest thing is what movie we watching, because you pick all the good ones and I pick all the crappy movies.
Listen.
Okay, so
Is it my fault that you don't know how to pick movies from the snippet or from the preview? I'm just like, this is going to be a bad one. Okay, but we'll get through it. And then 10 minutes in, cut this shit off. I think, I'm sorry, but I'm
okay, so I tried this John Henry thing, right? And we watched about 20 minutes of it. And what the hell was that?
And that shit was like number 3 on Netflix, right?
Well, that's why I picked it, because I kind of go off of the... the top 10 at the moment.
Everybody shit is fucked up right now.
It is. But we finally watched Tiger King. I think we're like the last people on earth to watch it, but we finally did watch it. It's crazy.
Yeah, they both nuts.
Nuts.
All 3 of them, though. There are 3 of them. We forget about the older fat dude. The one that...
They're all crazy.
Yeah, they're all nuts.
They're all... None of them should have these tigers. Carol Baskin killed her husband. Yes, she did. I don't care what anybody says. The The other dude, Joe, insane. The other guy, insane.
When they did his court case, I fell asleep, and then I woke up afterwards.
The whole thing was insane.
Yeah, but it was so much hype around the Tiger King that I didn't want to watch it because I didn't want to get sucked into the hype. But it was decent. You know, it was the main dude, Joe he was a character. Without him, it couldn't have been a documentary or whatever it was. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I don't trust these motherfuckers. Oh, top 1 in the U.S. this week.
Oh man,
this y'all is people don't even realize they don't realize what's good anymore
because they're watching. People finished Netflix. They finished it
pretty much.
There's like nothing else for them to watch
you gotta scrub through. Yeah, but they're like, oh, this is number 1. I'm like, I could look by the thumbnail and be like, that shit ain't number 1. That shit is trash. And how do we know it's number 1? How we know the Netflix ain't just put the number up there and say, yeah, this is number 1, watch it. They got your ass. That's how they be getting your ass. You be thinking shit is good. It ain't good.
It's just
shit
terrible.
Is trash. That John Henry joint was trash.
Yeah, we saw about 20 minutes and we was just like, and I was trying to push through. I was like, all right. It was just really cheesy. Like, so come on, guys.
I wonder if it was like a melodrama or what's that other shit they call it? Like when they make the music with the movie. What's that called?
A musical?
I don't know what it was because music was weird in places and it was, one
it was
scene.
Weird. It was weird. It didn't flow.
Music. Yeah, it was bad.
It didn't flow. And then, we tried.
That's why I can't let you pick movies anymore.
We tried.
If something you want to watch, I just grab the iPad and be like, yeah, it's good, baby. Mm-hmm. Ooh. Oh shit, he said what?
Oh man!
So the shit we watched last night was pretty good, even though the chick was
the wrong Missy.
The wrong Missy, yeah, that was actually pretty good.
That was pretty funny.
That was pretty fun. That was pretty fun. She was over the top, but she was. I'm not sure they could have picked anybody else to play that part.
Nah, because just her look.
Yeah,
her look and her delivery.
The olive oil alone. Chick. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, it was decent. We did watch The Upside. You saw that already.
Yeah, The Upside was great. It was a great movie.
Actually, a great movie. Probably my favorite Kevin Hart movie. And I like the little pieces of comedy they threw in there.
Right.
But it was just overall a decent movie. It was shot very well.
Right. Except the part when he bought the house like as if that was New York.
Yeah, I was like, that's Philadelia.
We know Philly when we see it.
He was like, you got the green street signs and everything.
That's Mayfair. That was Mayfair.
It did look like Mayfair.
That was Mayfair.
Or something like that. But that was the only thing. But besides that, everything else was really good. What else?
I don't know.
I heard they opened some beaches.
Yeah, I'm not going to the beach.
Yeah, but okay, so I found this thing, right?
Not in Florida again, right? In Florida?
That was it was what
I think Wildwood was open this weekend. I think Jersey beaches were open this weekend. But yeah, I'm just not. It was even before, like the dudes when I used to play ball in the morning, I'd never like shake hands in the morning or dap people up. Like they thought I was weird because I didn't do that. And I'm just like, bro, I don't shake y'all hands because I know a bunch of y'all don't wash your hands after you use the restroom. And so I don't want to be touching your meat, just high-fiving you. Because that's basically that's what it is. And so now they kind of all understand, like, yeah, this shit, you could catch it, Yeah. You could pass germs this way. I'm just like, yeah, now y'all understand.
It's definitely crazy. But I saw this thing about Cocoa Beach, is what I already talked to you about. But it says that beachgoers left more than 13,000 pounds of trash after Cocoa Beach reopens to the public.
Just
why?
Yeah, why?
Just a few days. Why?
Because
like y'all still dirty as all hell. Like I can't imagine what some of these people's houses look like.
Was this is Cocoa Beach in Florida?
Cocoa Beach is in Florida.
Okay.
Cocoa Beach is where on our very first vacation together, the two girls were complaining the whole time and I had to tell them to shut the fuck up.
Okay.
They were going to Cocoa Beach.
Okay.
And we were getting dropped off somewhere else before them and they were just complaining the whole time.
Right.
So, yeah.
But I understand. Now I kind of understand, like, my first experience with the beach was, I'm going to say Los Angeles, was in Cali, Venice Beach, like the actual ocean.
Right.
I don't ever remember going to an ocean as a kid. I remember going to lakes.
Lakes freak me out.
Lakes are pretty dirty now that I'm older. I'm like, oh, lakes are especially like if it's a small lake. Anyway, after I leave LA and come back east, and then you go to Jersey beaches, and they're like, oh, you need a beach tag, and I'm like, a beach tag? Who's paying to be on a beach? You know what I mean? And so now I understand. I guess that money is used for maintenance of the beach, but that doesn't make it. Like, listen, why can't you take your trash with you?
People are just dirty. People are so. I don't understand how hard it is for people. Like, what the concept? It's not a hard concept. Like it's
not hard.
You use something, you're done with it, you put it in a trash can. Like, I really don't understand what the problem is. Like, people that just throw shit out their car or like walk, and I see them just litter. That shit pisses me off. Like, I don't understand it. Like, you just making. Just why? Like, why do you have to be so dirty? There's trash cans all over the place. You can carry it for a few feet while you walk and put it in the damn trash can. Like, I don't understand it. It's just filthy. And then they'd be the first one to complain, oh, it's so dirty here. Because your dirty ass contributed to the damn trash and everything else. Like, stop.
Yeah, I don't get it. But
yeah, litter pisses me off. Like, it really does. Our old neighborhood was so trashy that every time I walk Travis, there'd just be like tons and tons of trash all the way to the park and in the park. And there was an area that I would have play with him in the basketball area and stuff. And I would always pick up all the trash just because I couldn't stand it. And I would throw my back out because I was bending over. And I'm just like, yo, these people so dirty. Like, it was trash all around the trash can and barely any trash in the trash can.
Yeah. Listen.
Dummies.
That's why I don't like people. That's why
I can't stand
that's
people.
why I don't have voicemail.
I can't stand people. People get on my damn nerves.
You be all right, though. But your back is going out, not because you bending over, because, you know what I mean? It's almost your birthday, So
it's almost your birthday.
Another year older.
Gemini.
You get another year older.
You getting another year older.
Your back,
your groin. You pulled your groin.
I've been doing a lot of man shit these last couple of days. So
okay, you a man.
Right. So I'm supposed to.
Right.
Growing. But just from friggin',
Oh my goodness.
I surprise myself sometimes with the shit that I do. And
you're very handy and it's very sexy. I find it very, very attractive when a man can do a lot of things around the house and is just very handy. Not saying that you weren't handy before, but once we moved and you kind of had to figure out a lot of stuff, now you can just figure out anything just about.
Yeah.
So
why not?
You have a garage and basement full of tools. So you literally have almost every tool there is. But I really do appreciate that you can just, fix something. You fixed my closet for me. Did the stuff in the back today. We got a couple things done around the house.
I put a bidet on the toilet.
You put a bidet in your toilet. I've not used that because...
Why not?
Because I don't use your bath. Well, so the master bathroom is kind of like your bathroom. My bathroom is like the main hall bath. I use that one all the time because of me coming home so late, and I don't want to make all that noise in our suite.
Right.
So I use the bathroom outside, and it's next to my office and my closet and stuff. So it's just kind of like my bathroom. It's kind of like the bathroom I took over.
I get it.
Though I shower in our bathroom, our master suite bathroom. So everything else is in the other bathroom.
I love the bidet. I mean, it's
your booty feel clean.
It's so refreshing. You know what I mean? Like the first time I ever tried it when we went to Italy.
Was it Italy or was it Bali?
Rome.
Was it Rome?
We went to Rome before we went to Bali.
We did the year before.
Yeah, so it was in Rome where that little hotel room had one, and I was like, "Try this shit." Like, okay.
So the Asian way, right? What we used to do is we used to have this little bucket thing by like the sink, and it had like the handle. So after you go to the bathroom, you would just reach over to the sink,
right?
Fill it up like halfway, and then pour it on your butt and stuff. At least that's what it used to be before wipes.
So you just had the water trickling down your back,
your butt.
What does that do? What does that do?
You pouring water on.
What does that do?
It helps clean your ass.
It don't clean nothing.
What you mean?
If you got a butt and then you just pour water down it, it's gonna go straight down. How does that clean? How does that clean your butt?
Listen,
I'm so confused.
That's the way
Y'all just wasting water? Yo. Y'all just wasting water?
No, because it goes in your crack and then it just washes your butt. What do you mean?
Listen,
you got to make sure that you pour it.
I am just confused right now because I'm just trying to picture. Because I know what a bidet does. It comes from the bottom, boop, and it gives you the thing. If it was the other way, it would just go straight down. It's not like water curves to your buttocks shape.
Yeah, it does. It goes and then it wipes you.
I'm gonna never try that. I just have to take your word for it. I'm listening.
So this is your butt, right? Because you're sitting like this, and then you pour the water, and the water kind of like goes in your butt and washes it.
Listen,
bruh. I did it when I was little, and then the wipes came along, and it was all good, and it was easy.
I guess I'm gonna try it on a balloon. And I'm going to tell you that I guarantee that water is not going to travel underneath the balloon to clean the imaginary hole.
Oh my God.
What?
All right, we're not going to keep talking about this.
I know. I'm just so you
don't have to be confused.
Every podcast, I'm confused about something. I just I don't know what it is, but okay.
Okay, well,
the bucket in the thing. Okay,
the little bucket with the handle by the sink.
Okay.
Yeah.
Listen.
I'm just letting you know the Cambodian ways.
Okay.
Listen,
I'm listening.
Times are up. Listen, before we had a washing machine, my mom used to wash our clothes in the tub with her feet.
And that was what? How many was it? 4 of y'all?
There's 4 of us.
There
was 4 of us. Ooh. And my grandparents, they were alive at the time, her parents, and the parents.
Yeah. Yeah.
At one point there was 10 of us in the house. I mean, we had a washer and dryer by then, but yeah, we had a very busy household, and we had only one full bathroom.
That's y'all the real MVPs. That's crazy,
yeah. We used to have to wait in line. Like if one of us woke up a little past our alarm, it was like, damn, you done. We had we was from middle school and then high school, and then we had the college and stuff, and it was like, yo, I gotta take a shower, I gotta get ready, I gotta do this, I gotta go class. Like it was insane, and we would just all be in line for the bathroom.
Yeah,
it was nuts. Crazy. And it wasn't that small of a house. We had a twin.
Right.
I can't even guess what the square footage is. Maybe a little over 2,000.
Okay.
So it wasn't a tiny house. It was a 4-bedroom. It wasn't even 1.5 bath. It was like 1 1/4.
Right.
Because it was like this tiny toilet and tiny sink in this little powder room inside the kitchen.
Kind of like what was here.
Okay. But it was so tiny that it didn't even count as like a half bath. It was like a quarter bath. It was like a toilet.
Yeah, you could put your hand in the sink and it would be the size of the sink.
It was very small. But like the shower and the bath situation, oh, that was tough. In a house with 10 people, yeah, it was. Yeah, I
never had to. I don't ever remember that growing up, like having to wait to take a shower or use the bathroom. Now, when I was in the Army, it used to be that way. Like you used to be lined up because there was so many motherfuckers that like every shower stall would be taken, so you'd have to wait till somebody was done then, but not like in a house. That's right. Nuts.
Well, this is the first house that I lived in that we had 2 full bathrooms, and that's because we made it that way.
Right.
Because my house in KOP had 1.5. Oh, actually, no. I'm sorry. I lied. Me and my sister rented a duplex, and it had 2 bathrooms. I had my own bathroom, and then there was a hall bath. Yeah, I did lie.
Yeah. So yeah, the two bathroom thing is huge.
Oh my God, it's a game changer completely. So when we moved here, and then we converted that 1 bedroom into the master bath, it was just like wow.
Right.
Like it really made. And there's only 2 of us.
Listen, I like to go when I go to the bathroom. I like to chill. So I could be in the bathroom for 40 minutes.
Yeah, I know. And I just be having to pee. So if we only had like one bathroom, it would have been a problem. I'm like, you got to get out because I got to pee.
No, I got to get the bucket from the sink and no.
Yeah. Bucket's too far.
Listen, it is.
You would just have to have it filled and ready by your feet. Well, now you don't have to because you have a bidet.
That's right.
That you installed.
It took 10 minutes, 15 minutes to put it in to get it working. The only thing I wish the budget wasn't so tight. Like when we were getting the rest of the shit done, because I would have got a toilet that had a bidet in it that would do warm water. Right. Well, you know what I mean? Because you got to plug those in, so we didn't put a plug there near the toilet. So now it's
just cold.
It's very cold.
I haven't used it, so
and I don't know what it's gonna be like when it's winter time.
It's just gonna be wipes. That's what it's gonna be like.
No, I'll still use it.
I mean, it wasn't even that the budget was so tight because it was a ginormous budget, but it was to redo the whole house. Right. So, I don't know. And then when you got somebody trying to nickel and dime you after they already gave you a price to like do a bathroom. Right. I was getting kind of like pissed off with that situation. Oh, well, this is going to cost a little more because it's a sliding door. Right. No, you gave me an estimate for the whole bathroom. Like, don't nickel and dime me over that. Like, if you wanted to charge me an extra $1,000, that's what you do. But you don't then go back and be like, oh, well, this costs a little more. Like, nah.
The only thing and this is the problem that I have with anybody who quotes something, like I don't normally do a lot of haggling. Right. If you give a fair price, and I'm more than happy to pay it. You know what I mean? And so for everybody that came in to do work that we didn't do, we never haggled the price.
Not one time.
So what is this going to cost us? Okay, do it. And that was it. You know what I mean? But when you come back later, like, oh, well, this is going to be more. And I'm just like, you know what? Just go. We'll figure it out. And that along with having to go behind somebody to fix something that they didn't do correctly, that's how I learned a lot of the shit that I know how to do. Right. By having to go behind somebody to fix something that they didn't do, or somebody trying to overcharge for something that they shouldn't be overcharging for. Right. So it is what it is. It helped me become a better man, a better handyman to help me with the rentals or the investment property. So some shit go wrong, I know how to fix it. Right. You know what I mean? I have to hire somebody to fix it. So it's all good. You know what I mean? I appreciate y'all trying to fuck me over. It only made me better. And that's crazy when you look at it that way, because you're like, oh man, this motherfucker. Da, da. And in the long run, it really helped me out, but they didn't know it.
Well, it's always an upside. Yep. For sure. Like, you just gotta find a silver lining. Like, okay, this sucks right now, and I gotta go and fix it after I paid for it. But then it's like, all right, well, I kind of paid. It's almost like a lesson. Right. Almost like you taught yourself. Yeah. Lesson. So, I had one question, and I think I'm kind of done. All right. I was wondering, did you ever have a dream?
I have dreams a lot.
I'm not done. Oh. Did you ever have a dream about me and then you woke up angry at me? Did you ever wake up like, you mother, because of what I did in the dream? Did that ever happen?
To be honest, like I don't dream about you a lot, or I don't dream about you that I remember a lot. Right. Definitely never wake up.
You usually tell me when you have like a dream. You're like, yo, I had a weird dream about, and then you'll let me know what it was, and it'd be weird.
Yeah, I never. Weird. Yeah, I think I'm pretty good at separating. And I don't want to say I get angry, but like to answer your question, no, I never had a dream about you and then woke up mad at you for something that you did in my dream.
I think people really get mad at
weird. You've done that to me?
No. Oh. No, I'm just saying, like, there are people that have a dream and wake up pissed off at like their mate because of what they did in the dream.
Yeah, no, that's never happened. And I do my best not to bring misplaced. Like I do my best to never dump on you because of something that somebody else did or some experience I had somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes I'll have a tough day at work. Like I never bring that tough day home. You know what I mean? So right. I think I'm pretty in tune with where to focus my disappointment or anger. So, but that takes practice, and that takes a long time. You know what I mean? But that's just because of who you are as well. So if you weren't like great, like as a person, I wouldn't be able to do that. You know what I mean? And sometimes, I guess I'll say anger. The anger has to be refocused because sometimes you just want to vent. You want to get it out. And I try to do that. Like I try never to bring that to you from somewhere else. You know, of course we have our little like, I don't want to say arguments. We don't have arguments, but sometimes I'll do some shit and you'll be like, I know it pisses you off. And then it'll be like a quick 2-minute.
Like what?
I don't know. I'm just saying something. And then you'll have an attitude, but then 2 minutes later it's gone. But I don't get mad that you're mad. I don't understand that. You know what I mean?
But I can tell when you're like irritated.
Yeah.
Because you have this face.
Yes. I have the irritation face.
Yeah. I'm like,
right.
What's up your booty? And
right, but it's never
no, it's never anything crazy.
About you,
I could just tell that like when you're
because I can't hide my true feelings about anything. I'm like an open book. If something's wrong with me, you're gonna know it. But my thing is, like I was saying, I never want to dump on you. You know what I'm saying? Like for instance, I have a conversation with say my man in Texas, and I'm just like, damn, this motherfucker did this shit again. You know what I mean? And that shit will sit with me, and I'll just be like, fuck, and I'll, come upstairs, and you, of course, you know that something's wrong, but it's not anything that you did, so I don't come up dumping all of that shit on you. I try to process it so that when I do start to talk about it, it doesn't seem like I'm angry at you. Does that make sense?
Right. But then I would just also know that if I didn't do anything, then I'm not worried about it. You know, I'm saying it more so like, you cool?
Well, my thing
right?
is,
like,
yeah. But my thing is, I don't want to transfer that energy to you because I think that's a real thing. Like
it definitely is transfer of good, negative energy,
right.
Positive. It definitely is. I just feel like this house overall is just a lot of positive energy.
Of course.
So it's almost like it's weird to even try to get mad in here and just be angry because it's very, very just like Zen-like.
It doesn't,
very relaxing, very Zen-like.
Carried to the front and out the door quickly.
It's just, you hear the birds, you see all the green and the flowers and the roses, and it's so chill. It's just, if you haven't been here yet, you won't really know what we're talking about, but it's just so relaxing, so quiet. It's just chill. Like, to be angry in here is just weird. Like, we don't even welcome the energy in here.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said to you the other morning. Imagine if you didn't wake up every morning and I made you laugh, like, within the first 5 minutes. That's pretty much almost what happens every morning. Whereas, like, if we didn't really like each other, can you imagine like waking up and just be like, fuck, this motherfucker's still here?
Yeah, no.
Like, when are you going back to work? There's some people right now that's like, yo, when are you going back to work?
But you're up so much earlier than I am. Right. Hours.
Yeah.
You're up like 3 hours before I am.
Like 3 to 4 hours.
But as soon as I wake up and I get the boy ready to go out and everything, and I come down, say good morning and stuff, it's always just good and happy. It's never just like, oh,
yeah,
I'm going to take him out for a walk. It's just like, oh, damn, it's raining outside, but it's all good, But I think that's just really important that people really just try to, especially in a relationship, try just not to project that negative energy onto your partner, because, I was talking to a very good friend of mine, and her boyfriend, rolling my eyes very, very, very hard, just is miserable, and he just complains about every single thing in life just to complain. And it makes him like happy when he complains, even though he's miserable. So, it's the weirdest thing. And I just don't understand it. I don't understand people like that. Like, it, to me, it just takes so much more energy to be angry and miserable and pissed off all the time than it is just to chill and relax and just enjoy just anything and everything around you. It's like, why are you so angry? Why are you so miserable? Like, you suck. Go away. It's like, I don't want the energy around here. Like, go somewhere.
I think it's so much harder to be angry than it is to be happy. You understand?
Does that make any sense? But for some reason, people choose the latter. They really just want to be mad and angry and hate and whatever it is. Now, I don't really understand it. It's just like, for what? Like, that's a lot of energy you're wasting.
True.
You're burning that energy.
True.
On something that you shouldn't even give like all that energy to.
Yeah, I've never to go back to your dream questions. Like, I'd never wake up. No, I'm not gonna say never. I can't remember the last time I woke up upset about something that I carried over from the day before or the night before. Like that's probably why I can go to bed and fall right to sleep, because I don't have any, like, my conscience is so clear right now. You understand? Like, right. There's nothing, like, I don't have any, I'm not hiding anything. I'm not trying to cheat anybody out of anything. I'm not stealing from anybody. I'm not trying to scam anyone. Like, I'm living a clean life. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I really don't have any worries right now.
So back in your younger days.
Yeah, listen.
Did you have a hard time sleeping?
I would go to bed at like 2:00 in the morning and be up by like 4, not 4, I'm lying. Be up by like 5:30. I didn't sleep at all. So and now that I think about it, it's like that shit was tough. Like, I always worrying about something. Right. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's tough. Yeah. It's a tough life.
It definitely is. Like, we have these conversations when we watch these like shows about these drug lords, right, and these cartel leaders and stuff like that. And it's like, okay, you have all the money in the world. You have more money than you can spend in your lifetime, but you got to watch it back. You got to make sure everyone's happy. You got to make sure that no one's trying to get over on you, trying to kill you, trying to, like, is it worth that? There's no peace of mind. I'm like, peace of mind is priceless.
It also depends on what you are willing to, what do I want to say? What you're willing to sacrifice to have peace of mind. Excuse me. Or what you're willing to give up. You know what I mean? Or how comfortable you are being uncomfortable. So for me, I'm okay with being uncomfortable because it gives me an opportunity to learn something. Like, that's how I look at it. Like, I never put myself in a position to think to not take advantage of, like, every situation. I try to see the silver lining in everything. Some people can't do that. And back when I was younger, there was no silver lining. So I wouldn't sleep. And it is the toughest thing. Like, and now that I think about it, like, when I tell people I go to bed at 9 and, like, I'm asleep by 9:15, they don't believe it. And I'm like, all you got to do is come by or call me at 9:20 and see if I pick up the phone or not. And there's been many times where I fall asleep at 9:15, have a missed call at like 9:22, and motherfuckers be like, yo, where was you at? I was asleep. They don't believe it, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of things fell into place. Like, when we met, like, a lot of shit fell right into place, almost like it was destiny. Like, everything that we've done to lead up to us meeting came full circle, I guess, when we met, because it's been fantastic. I don't have another adjective I can use to describe what it's been, but everything that I've done or gone through it before you has shaped me and molded me to be who I am now, which is like this guy. So I even have conversations with people I knew kind of at the beginning, like when we first met, or maybe a year or two before.
Right.
And they're just like, yo, who would have ever thought? You know what I mean? Because even back then I was still like a jackass, an asshole, a jerk, like all of those things. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. I was ready to make the change. And so I embraced it full circle. You know what I mean?
Right.
I was telling my guy the other day, I was like, whether you like this guy or you don't like this guy in the White House, I said it breaks my heart to know that every day that he goes out and speaks on TV or to the press, he's embarrassing his wife and children. And I said, that's one thing that I never, ever want to do, is to embarrass you or embarrass my children and be so serious about the embarrassment that I think it's not embarrassing. So that's who I am today. Titty.
Oh.
I was thinking about Friday and Thursday. Okay. So, yeah. So it is what, and I say that because I just had a conversation a couple of days ago with the guy that I used to rent to, and he was like, "Yo, I'm not hating, and I'm not dick riding either, but I've been watching for a long time, and I've seen the progress, and I've seen the change, and how did you do it, or what are you doing?" And so then we had another long conversation about, I was trying to get y'all on this page a long time ago, but nobody was listening. So, and that's what made me fill up your Bitcoin too, because he was like, "Yo, I checked my Bitcoin and it was down to like $62. I said, "Bro," I said, "you must have bought when that shit was like 18,000. He was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh, you bought in at the wrong time." I wasn't laughing at him. I said,
"We bought high too, though."
We kinda, but not high. Kinda, but no. And I'll say this, because earlier this year, Bitcoin was down to like $3,000 or $4,000.
Oh,
right. And so what I told him was, don't look at it. I said, you can't be checking it every day.
You can't, because you'd be very upset, and I would be very upset.
Right.
Because we bought it pretty high, so we.
I don't think so. I know you think it's high, but I don't think it's high. It's kind of.
We bought it 5 digits. That's kind of high.
But it wasn't 15,000. It wasn't even 12,000.
But it's still. I just imagine if we would have bought some Bitcoin when it was like a few dollars.
Who was thinking of? Nobody was thinking of that. And there was just an article the other day about.
I'd have started my rescue.
It was a dude. What was it? There was. They bought pizza with 10,000 Bitcoin.
Yeah, I heard that one guy like killed himself or something.
That cost like $40 for 10,000 Bitcoin, and so they were just. The article came out is like, where's the pizza Bitcoin at? So most of it's still around. Some of it got lost, but it's still out there. Right now that 10,000 Bitcoin, I think they said would have been worth 93 million or some shit like that. I'm just like, yo, but who you can't have revisionist.
So crazy.
You know what I mean? You can't have revisionist thought, but that shit is crazy. But I told him, I said, listen, you have to understand that, and this is how I had to look at it too. Like, you have X amount of whatever coin you have. It's just you have to look at it now like the value is low. You understand what I'm saying? Right. So why would you sell now? It doesn't make sense to sell now. And so, after his talk with him, I went ahead and filled up yours so that now we have actual full coin, which is, I guess, is great. It's good. I don't know. We'll see what it turns into. You know what I mean?
We'll see.
But other than that, that's all I got. Hot shot. Anything else?
No.
Oh. Well, I have one other thing. I was thinking about because we had this conversation the other day. Remember that time? Remember when we first started dating and you was chewing that gum that I thought was fucking body odor? Wasn't that the worst?
No, you're the worst.
Why?
You're the worst.
Why?
Because you thought that I had BO.
Right.
And I'm like, what are you talking about? I do not smell. And you're like, well, maybe no one's ever told you because they don't want to hurt your feelings. I'm saying, what are you smoking? I do not smell. I know when I smell. It's very rare because I don't sweat a lot on my body.
Right.
My face sweats a lot. My body doesn't really sweat.
Right.
And you would literally go around me and sniff me. And I'm like, what is wrong with you? And you're like, I smell it. It's coming from you.
It was coming from you.
Well, he finally figured out.
It took about a year, right? It took longer than a year.
It didn't take a year. It took, a couple months. It wasn't a year. But anyway, so this crazy person was like, I figured it out.
It was a long time.
No, it was not. It was not that long.
It was like a year, I think.
It was not a year. It was not. First of all, if I was funky, and if I was you, I wouldn't be with me because I don't think I can handle that.
It was tough because I was like, yo, what do I do? I was thinking to myself, like, yo.
But you are an ass. No, but anyway, you come home from work one day like, I got it. And I'm like, got what? What are you talking about?
Right.
I know what that smell is.
I know that smell.
It's your gum that you've been chewing.
I didn't know. Listen, see, this is where sometimes I get the story wrong. And I said I figured out what it was. I said I smelt this gum that I had in my desk. And you said, yeah, that's the flavor that I chew. And I was like, oh, man, it was
like a mango tangerine.
Yeah, it was a musty tangerine. That joint,
And to me, it smelled fine because it just smelled fruity.
Listen, to me, I was like, damn, this chick is tart. Like, to me. And
I'm like this in my mind. I'm like, what is he smoking?
Yeah, I wasn't smoking
because
I was
you
like,
must be smoking something real strong because I don't smell. I'm telling you, I don't fucking smell. And you were like, boom, maybe. And I'm like, hey, maybe nothing. I don't smell. What do you smell? I smell it right now. And I guess I'm chewing his gum, right? As we're like, I smell it. I'm like, I don't smell anything. Like all I smell was tropical gum.
Right.
And you smell BO. I'm like, what is wrong?
Listen.
It was the funniest thing. It was like funny, but I was like pissed off at the same time because I was like, I told you after all this time that it wasn't me.
Like, yo, I'm so
and you were like,
happy.
Please just never chew that gum again. I'm like, fine.
Because that gum is crazy. That gum fucking, it was like having me thinking like, yo, God damn it. Why?
But the funny thing is, this was after we started dating for a little bit already, and you never said anything about smelling me one time. I never
smelled it before.
Okay, then out of nowhere, I just have like this horrendous BO. Are you sick? Are you crazy? What's wrong with you?
I thought maybe you had got comfortable and you was like, all right, this is.
So I'm gonna just be a dirty ass.
I didn't know what it was. I'm just telling you that I was just like, man, this shit is crazy.
He's crazy. I was trying to tell you, like, I know if I'm funky, okay, and I'm not funky right now, so I don't know what's wrong with you. I'm like, you must be smelling yourself because
I was smelling that fucking gum. That shit, it almost broke us up.
What?
Yeah.
Imagine if you broke up with me over some gum because you thought.
At least I told you, like, I thought you was musty.
Oh my God, yo.
Right?
We have some crazy parts of this relationship that just whatever. They're always very honest with each other. So, and I was just getting mad because I'm like, I don't smell. I smell good. What are you talking about? I smell like fresh shower and deodorant. No. And I'm like, yo, I'm telling you, I just took it. What is wrong with you? And you swore up and down that it was me.
Yeah, it was you. It was your gum. It was you. Let's clear the air. Let's clear that up. It didn't
smell bad to me, so you're just psycho.
No. That's why some people love shit that other people hate for that exact reason.
It is true.
So.
Musty.
You was musty.
You was musty. Oh my goodness. Crazy. Oh, that shit is funny. How long was that, babe? Over an hour?
A little less than an hour.